An investigation is underway after 3 Israeli civilians were shot to death at a border crossing between Jordan and the occupied West Bank. Israeli security forces say the gunman approached the Allenby Bridge in a truck, got out, and then opened fire. He was later killed by police. This was the deadliest attack on record at the crossing, the main point of entry and exit for Palestinians in the West Bank.
Meanwhile, in Tel Aviv, 500,000 protesters took to the street to demand the release of Israeli hostages in Gaza. Another 250,000 people participated in demonstrations elsewhere in Israel in the largest protest to date of the government's failure to strike a ceasefire and hostage release deal with Hamas. Correspondent Sara has more from Tel Aviv.
Well, this incident on Saturday has really broken 30 years of somewhat peace between Israel and Jordan after that treaty was signed back in 1994. Jordan's foreign ministry says it has begun an investigation with initial findings showing that this was a lone wolf attack. It's also issued a statement condemning the situation on Saturday, saying that Jordan's firm position rejects and condemns violence and the targeting of civilians for any reason, also issuing a call for addressing all causes and steps that generate violence against civilians. One of my sources who was actually on the ground during Saturday's incident, an American, he has told me that a man with obvious physical and mental disability was shoved around. A young man was kicked in the head. A young woman in a wheelchair next to me was having a panic attack and ignored. He went on to say that everyone that was at the scene of this attack on Saturday was treated in a humiliating way. Let's take a listen to what we've heard from the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu.
A despicable terrorist murdered 3 of our citizens in cold blood at the Allenby Bridge. On behalf of the government, I send my condolences to the families of the murdered.
Now, this comes as demonstrations are continuing for family members and loved ones of these hostages that are still being held in the Strip are desperately trying to push the government to come to an agreement with Hamas to get these remaining captives out of Gaza. Demonstrations held overnight here in Tel Aviv, also in Jerusalem. We do understand that Israeli authorities violently broke up that demonstration in Jerusalem overnight, also going back to the scene early this morning, that is in a park, pulling people out of sleeping bags, also dismantling tents. While the family members of those 6 hostages who were found executed in Gaza over a week ago now, they've been briefed by the IDF on the conditions that their loved ones were being held in. They said that they were unable to stand upright in the tunnel that they were being held. They had defensive wounds to their bodies, with the families saying that they understand what caused the deaths were bullets due to military pressure. So this really emphasises the need that these families are facing to get their loved ones out of Gaza as soon as possible. Sara, Scripps News, Tel Aviv.